Alrighty, folks, how are we today? My name is Andrew Taranta, and I'm coming at you with another TRXC video. Very excited to kind of get into this. We had quite a week where we saw some very substantial gains. We started the week, obviously, on Monday with a absolutely fantastic 43% return, followed by a slight pullback right into another win streak here where finished out the rest of the week. So Tuesday had a little bit of a pullback. We're talking 3% with about 100 million volume. The volume slowed down a little bit, got to about 36 million, and then to 56 million. So kicked back up and about 15%, and then at about 50 million, we sat around 5% with a 2% after hours gain. So very good week, and I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the new subscribers who joined the channel. So very excited to have you on board. And then on top of that, I'm also excited for the people who joined the Discord. So thank you very much for joining that. And that's really a great place to kind of get to talk TRXC on a daily basis with you guys. So definitely want to recommend joining that, and obviously staying subscribed and ensuring that you get all the updates coming at you as soon as possible. So today, obviously, I wanted to first, like I said, we kind of went over a little bit of a great week. You know, we were very happy to see this. Obviously, you know, the $1 million question is, how long is this going to last? You know, what's the price target? You know, when am I pulling out? I did say that $2 would be a very conservative time to sell. So, you know, just that was my early analysis. I know a lot of people are kind of hyping things up. They're trying to say $20, $40, stuff like that. I know there's people in these comment sections over here in the Webull comment sections. They're going off. There's some people who are saying this is going to be $9 by February, which is absolutely insane to have that mindset. You know, it's just really not good thinking. So, you know, we really should kind of stay within an idea that, you know, things are, you know, going to grow naturally and healthy. And we want things to stay healthy for the growth of the stock. And that means pullbacks, that means consolidation, that means selling. Last thing you want to do is, you know, be at the top of the mountain and you know, and not have a plan on how you're going to get down. So you don't want to get stuck up there. So what I want to focus on is obviously the stock itself, but I wanted to kind of touch base on you guys. I want to touch base with you guys about an interesting press release that had come out on the 15th, and this is just something I want to touch base on because this was the last time there was any insider action was back in October 2nd, 2020, and that was actually for the acquiring of shares, date exercisable of about 3:30, and that was acquired by Starling William, and the conversion price was about 35 cents. So they bought some stock options, and that was really, really fantastic, and that was really, really good, and that's gonna expire. Oh, I apologize. The expiration date is actually 4 years. Wow. Okay, this guy is going till the 27th, 2027, and it becomes exercisable on the 30th of March. So, very interesting. Now this is what I found a little interesting here. Was a statement of changes of benefits. So it's a Form 4 SEC form. So if you don't know what a Form 4 SEC form is, this is basically like a seller's form. This is like, hey, I'm selling or I'm buying shares. You have to fill that out. There's various codes that are used here to kind of better understand what's happening. So you see these codes here. These aren't, you got to look these up. Code X refers to options and exercising, where code S means basically sales. So what that means is right here on the 15th, they exercised their option of about 147,000 securities, so shares, at about 68 cents a share. Okay, so that's what they exercised their option at, and the amount of securities they owned was about 354,364. So basically added onto their already ownership by exercising that option, and added about 147 there. And the ownership is direct, and that code is already in there. So Now what we can see on the second line, we see that there's an S, so we know there's a selling, and because they're selling, we know the securities are being disposed of, so right there there's a D. And for the amount of obviously the exercising, so he's selling all of it, and the price is at about 2.12, give or take, obviously, and that basically means after this, they own about 207,000 securities with this company. So they didn't sell out. They still own a very large amount of shares, but they did want to kind of reduce that option, or maybe just, cash out some money, liquidate their assets. So the fact that it's not, a large sale, or there's not selling happening left and right, it kind of goes to show, this could just be one of those situations where, Bruce or David, whatever, malign David Bruce, is essentially, looking to maybe generate some cash flow for himself. So you can kind of see that that's basically all that happened here. Nothing really else to really point out other than the expiration date was next year. So he wanted to exercise it now. So, it's exercisable. So, I understand, it makes sense. And I get why that was done. So, that's the most recent news with the insider buying. And I think there's a lot of speculation we could have here. I mean, I know investors always get a little bit worried when there's insider buying, and I want you to be, completely understanding of what's happening at all times with this stock. So, I want to make you aware that, an insider did sell some shares at a certain price. We know that that's the only one that's happened so far. The stock has grown up, 300%, 280%, well, over the last month, it went up over 250%. I think it's close to 400% on the 3-month chart. This is where it really gets crazy. But on the 1 month, it's at about 280. So we're going to see the 1 month most likely get smaller, and we're going to see probably the 5-year get smaller as well. So, that's really where we want to start breaking into, because this 5-year chart is going to stop investors. Just seeing this chart, because this is a very, instantly, just not a good looking chart, not a great looking chart so far. So, we definitely want to see what they can do in the future, and I think that this is definitely something we're interested in. So once we can start breaking into this 5-year chart, we can definitely start seeing, maybe a little bit more movement, or faster movement in a really crazy direction, where something like $20 or $40 a share sounds reasonable, but not until we get this 5-year chart to maybe 70%, maybe about like 60%, we might start seeing some serious movement. But right around the 3-month chart, we're still looking really, really good. And, we're really focusing on this in the short term. And we know that there's institutional investors taking up about now 50%. Also big alert. I don't know if you guys have read some of the things that they posted, but their revenues are going to be increasing this year by a total of, I believe above 200%, maybe about like 285%. They're looking over year-over-year revenues increase. Remember, their revenues were at 3.1 million last year. We knew that because of the last video. Their revenues are expected to hit 7 million this year. So this is going to be a huge come up year. So that's why I'm excited. But I did want to share you guys the insider action and kind of break down what an SEC filing is as well. So hopefully you guys got a little bit of better understanding. I would recommend looking at the codes for the SEC so you can better read those. Those are available with one Google search. You just look up SEC form, look up the form, and then look up the codes, and it'll go over every single code and what it means, so you can have a better understanding as to like what exactly the insider is doing with their shares. All right. Thank you for stopping by, and like I said, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and let's have a kick-ass week. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.